What's up, guys? I'm the Aliens. Welcome to Creeptoks, where I scour the internet in search of the craziest, creepiest, scariest videos. Let's go on this ride together as we discern reality, fiction, and the paranormal. Hop on, let's go.
The rustling leaves and snapping twigs in the woods often evoke primal fears, and for some, those fears center on the figure of the Skinwalker. Rooted in Navajo folklore, Skinwalkers are malevolent beings capable of shapeshifting, often into animals, and are said to roam the wilderness with malicious intent. But how much of this is folklore and how much, if anything, is reality? On one hand, the enduring power of these legends speaks to a deep-seated human fear of the unknown and the wild. Such stories can serve as warnings, encouraging respect for nature and cultural traditions. Conversely, the belief in skinwalkers can lead to unwarranted fear, prejudice against Navajo communities, and misinterpretation of natural phenomena. It's easy to attribute an unidentifiable sound or a fleeting glimpse in the woods to a supernatural entity, when a more rational explanation might suffice. While the allure of the supernatural is undeniable, a critical approach is necessary to separate folklore from verifiable reality. On this clip, what seems to be a group of young people gathered in the woods and got a little more than expected. I personally don't know much of the video, real or not. It has an interesting feel to it. A rokurokubi, luluso, is a type of Japanese yokai, supernatural creature. They are characterized by their ability to elongate their necks, either at will or unconsciously in their sleep. They are often depicted as women, and the legends surrounding them vary widely. Sometimes, being a rokurokubi is the result of a curse or bad karma from a previous life. They may be paying for sins committed in a past existence. Some rokurokubi are malevolent spirits that enjoy frightening humans or drinking their blood. The rokurokubi is a complex and fascinating yokai with a rich history in Japanese folklore. Their ability to stretch or detach their necks makes them a unique and memorable figure in Japanese mythology. Their motivations and behaviors vary, reflecting a range of human emotions and experiences.
If you see her walking alone at night, don't stop, don't speak, just run. She is rokurokubi. The story starts in a small village in South Korea. Among the villagers lived a woman named Mayumi. She was polite, kind, and lived alone in a small wooden house on the edge of the village. No one suspected her secret, but Mayumi was no ordinary woman. She was a rokurokubi, cursed to have her neck stretch impossibly long at night. Every night, while the village slept, her neck would grow and her head would roam freely. She wandered through the dark streets. One night, a traveler named Haruto passed through the village and stayed in an inn near Mayumi's house. Haruto couldn't sleep and decided to take a walk under the moonlight. As he walked, he saw Mayumi. Her head floated in the air, her long neck writhing and curling like a serpent. Haruto didn't scream. He ran back to the inn and bolted the door, shaking as he waited for the sun to rise. The next morning, Haruto told the villagers what he saw. The villagers confronted Mayumi, demanding to know the truth. She tried to deny it, but the fear in their eyes told her they already knew. "Leave," one elder said firmly. "We won't harm you, but you cannot stay here." Mayumi packed her belongings and left the village that day, disappearing into the woods.
To say that is a lot of fireworks is a prime example of oversimplification. Because damn, that is a crap ton of fireworks. The only thing missing is the Star-Spangled Banner. Imagine that. That would be a sight. You know, I never really understood this clip. Why do you suppose the rock would come back, and in this instance? Why did it take so long to return? Someone please help me clear this up.
The rock always came back until...
Wait, what? Did he come back? That's weird.
Wait for it.
What the fuck?
Supposedly watching the original video of this clip in its entirety, which is 2 minutes, would make the viewer go insane. I heard from a little TikTok birdie that viewers would gouge out their eyes and send them to a certain platform's headquarters. I am in no way speaking to verify its authenticity. I'm just saying it's creepy as hell.
I've been drinking this for a while, and it's like not that full anymore. And I was like, why is all of this still showing? What is happening?
The look on his face says it all.
Sitting here doing my little thing, making TikToks. I'm looking on my desk and I see this. What the hell is this? What is this? Because it looks like it's my nails, right? Girl, I've got all my nails. And I want to specify, this is the first time I have ever had this design. Ever. But that's definitely what that is, right?
Sweetheart, you're like a burst of sunshine, but let's dial it back a notch, okay? A little less enthusiasm and a lot more calm would be lovely right now.
I'm tweaking out. This shirt says Coca-Cola in English, right? So it's a bad photo, but it's the only one I have. You can clearly see that this shirt has Hebrew letters. I bought it in Israel, which is why it's in Hebrew. So on this day, April 14th, 2023, I put it in the washing machine in Hebrew, and it came out in English.
All right, so it's moving. But wait, when we start moving, it looks like it's still, and then you can tell it's moving again.
Tell me, why is this horrifying and hilarious at the same time?
なんで。
Stalking in America casts a long, chilling shadow, fueled by obsession and a desire for control. Victims, often women, experience a relentless barrage of unwanted attention, including cyberstalking, unwanted surveillance, and direct threats. The consequences are devastating. Intense fear, anxiety, and even physical harm. Alarmingly, stalkers often know their victims, blurring the lines of safety. They may use technology to monitor movements, access personal information, and manipulate relationships. The statistics are grim, with millions affected annually. The insidiousness of stalking lies in its psychological manipulation, creating an atmosphere of terror that can persist long after the stalking ends.
Why are you following me?
Not following you.
This guy's been following me since this morning, so I decided to escape.
I go out just before the doors closed. Normally he couldn't have followed me.
After what happened in the subway, I got lucky. He lost sight of me, and I went back home, being careful not being followed. But I made a mistake, because the next day, in my building, there he was.
It's the guy from yesterday. He's on the wrong floor.
Open the door. Please. Open the door. Please.
This is a scene captured on CCTV. A tall clown appears at the front door. From behind him he drags out a bloody bag and drops it at the door. He also flashed a creepy smile at the camera. I was riding my bike home on the day of the incident. Because of the heat, I went to a playground water tap. I took 2 sips of tap water, but as I was about to leave, a figure appeared in the grass. It was a big, fat clown. He grinned at me with his teeth bared. He greeted me with a creepy voice. "How are you, little friend?" I was terrified by the look on his face. When I came back to my senses, I said, "Hello, I don't think I've seen you before." He smiled and laughed excitedly. "I've never seen you before either, but you don't look too happy. I was waiting here especially for you." And with that he played a trick, but I didn't find it funny. Instead, it scared me even more. At this moment, I just wanted to jump on the bike and get away from here, but the car was even closer to the clown. I put on a calm smile and said, "Thank you, I'm happy now." But to my surprise, the clown's expression became even more frightening. But then I said, "I'd like to make friends with you," to gain his trust. So I went along with him and said, "Yes, we could be good friends." When he heard me say that, the clown looked very happy and invited me to go on the merry-go-round, and with that he led the way. I knew this was my chance to escape. I immediately sprinted to my bike. The clown heard a noise and turned his head to find me. He angrily questioned me about where you were going. "You lied about us being friends." I ignored him. I rode off at speed towards home. The clown tried to catch up with me, but his fat body. In no time I had lost him by a few hundred meters. He could only watch me go. When I got home, I locked myself in my room. I didn't dare go out for a long time. I was afraid the clown would catch up with me. It wasn't until my parents called me for dinner in the evening. Only then did I quietly let my guard down. I think I got away from the clown, but what I didn't expect was, at 1 a.m., there was a sudden banging at the door. The whole family was awakened. When we turned on the security camera at the front door, we saw a horrific sight. A fat clown, dragging a filthy snakeskin pocket from under the stairs. The red liquid on it was shocking. I shuddered to think what it contained. The clown knew the camera was filming him. He says eerily,
"Hello, Gerald? Your friend Grinny is here." Come on, open up.
Mom's freaking out. Ask the person on the video call who you are. What do you want to do? The clown suddenly dislikes the camera. I'm a friend of your son's. He promised to play with me. At this moment, I was too frightened to speak. My mother could see my panic. He wasn't my friend at all. She immediately called 911. The clown seemed to hear my mom's alarm, turned around and disappeared into the darkness. But the bag full of red liquid was left at the door. When the police arrived, we dared to open the door. With the help of the police, we opened the bag together. But what we didn't expect was, it wasn't a broken limb inside, but a pile of rotting red tomatoes. It turned out to be a prank played by the fat clown.
The true horror lies not in shadowy figures or creaking doors, but in the unpredictable nature of humanity. While the paranormal often presents a fear of the unknown, the actions of people are rooted in reality, showcasing a capacity for cruelty and malice that defies easy explanation. History is riddled with instances of suffering inflicted by fellow humans, from the subtle betrayals to the grand-scale atrocities. These real-world terrors are often far more insidious, capable of causing lasting emotional scars and societal breakdowns, and far more difficult to escape. The paranormal, in contrast, offers a fear that is often theatrical and, if believed in, can be managed with rituals or rationalizations. As we move forward to our next clip, the lines between reality and fiction are plain and clear. The monsters that creep around are not under our beds or hiding in the closets, but are in most cases right in front of our face.
Her life is about to change forever. The co-worker riding in the car with her had no way of knowing just how desperate Brianna had become, and what she did next would likely change his life as well. The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. Police became involved in the situation after 27-year-old Brianna Shantae Williams made this 911 call around 7 a.m. on November 6, 2019.
What's going on?
I do not know where my daughter is.
Did she run away?
No.
Where was she last seen?
She was here with me.
What was she wearing?
A purple shirt and like pink pajamas, like a t-shirt. She was
the pants were pink?
Say again?
Okay, just stay on the line with me. Just, do you know where she could have gone?
No.
Have you checked?
Like, she just came home. I just picked her up on Halloween night. She was with my mom in Alabama.
Okay, have you checked the house?
Yes.
Okay. Did she have a favorite hiding spot in the house? Like under the bed?
I checked on her there.
Let's check again. Go to her bedroom. Let's check her closet. Nobody else in the house has seen her?
No, it's just me and her.
All right, are you in her room? Check under her bed again.
This entire interaction was odd, but thankfully, officers soon arrived on scene and were able to begin trying to piece together what exactly was going on.
You call, ma'am? Okay. Okay, is this your address here? Okay, hey, tell what's happening.
Drive 27, you can cancel that.
She wasn't in her room.
Okay. Have you had any problems with anybody? Okay. Anything unusual? Okay. Do you live by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. The father of the child? He's not in her life? Okay, good. I'm sorry, father of the child? He's not? He's here?
Alabama?
He's in Alabama. Okay, so... any problems with anyone else as far as any custody dispute between you and him? No? Okay. Alright. Has she done this before as far as anything like try to leave or get out or mess with locks or anything like that? Okay. Show me which door was locked real quick. Or unlocked. Was it the back door? Okay.
Recently moved in, or?
Okay. When'd you move in?
Like, I started moving stuff. Well, I signed this back in June, but the place that kept getting broken.
693, from 35 on that
I was like, they can't put me in that place.
Okay, when did you actually move in June? Or?
Like, a week ago, a few days ago.
Okay. Today's Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. Did you move in, let's say, over the weekend?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, Brianna and Taylor had only moved in 3 days ago on November 3rd. Apparently, since June, Brianna had been paying rent on 2 properties, this house and an apartment across town. Police would get into the details of why she would want to do this later, because as you can see, she seemed more interested in her phone.
So you said she does not go to school?
She does not go to school.
And we last saw her at midnight?
When she put her to bed. Who normally takes care of her when you're not available?
Well, I'm not. She's with my mom.
Where's your mom at? Well, I'm just saying, because she's not in school, like daycare-wise. Where she go? Or...
Oh, she was with my mom. I just picked her up on Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween was actually a week ago, so she didn't exactly just pick her up.
Grandma. What's Dad's name?
Officers managed to get Brianna off her phone long enough for her to share contact details for Taylor's grandmother and biological father. Both Taylor's grandmother and biological father would need to be followed up with, but right now, the focus was kept local. Law enforcement from all over the city started to arrive on Ivy Street as several of the first responders searched the house. While they didn't find any obvious evidence, they definitely noticed a few things out of place.
Kind of odd with her.
She got the
right. There's more than one gun out. So the guns were out? Yes. Well, you see them right now, there's guns that are out.
Okay.
There's a shotgun out, there's a pistol out, and then there's an empty holster on the kitchen area.
Taylor's bed, a pair of slippers, and an open box of crackers were found in one of the bedrooms. Her jacket and backpack were in the kitchen, next to a pack of unopened air fresheners. Besides this, though, there was nothing. No toys, no drawings, no family photos. The police likely had to wonder if this was just a reflection of the recent move, or possibly something more sinister. When looking closely at Taylor's bed, police noticed a reddish-brown substance on the side of the plastic headboard. A similar stain was found on the bedroom door. Fearing it could be blood, they did a quick field test called hemodent, which tests for the presence of mammal blood. The result was negative, but the officers would keep the stain in mind as the investigation continued. Investigators looked through every inch of the house, but didn't find the little girl. Besides being unlocked, the back door showed no signs of forced entry or other damage.
In the tranquil town of Jacksonville, Florida, a chilling tale unfolds. This is the story of Brianna Williams, a 29-year-old former Navy officer who finds herself at the heart of a grim narrative. As 2019 draws to a close, she reports her 5-year-old daughter Taylor missing. But the inconsistencies in her account raise eyebrows and suspicions. Brianna transitions from a seemingly worried mother to a potential suspect in this unsettling narrative. As each day passes, the situation escalates and the police investigation leads them far from Jacksonville. A gruesome discovery is made in the remote wilderness of Alabama. The decomposed remains of little Taylor are found. The advanced state of decay makes it impossible to pinpoint the exact cause of her untimely death. The community is plunged into shock, mourning a life lost too soon. As the devastating truth begins to surface, Brianna finds herself on the stand. She breaks down and pleads guilty to the charge of second-degree murder. A mother's love turned fatal, ending the life of her own child in the most tragic way. From the outside, it was a picture of familial love. But behind closed doors, it was a chilling tale of deceit and loss. Brianna now faces the harsh consequences of her actions, a life sentence, an eternity in prison. This is the haunting saga of Brianna Williams.
Objectophilia, the attraction to inanimate objects, is a complex phenomenon. While often stigmatized, and some might argue this, it doesn't inherently equate to mental illness. Some individuals find deep emotional connection and even romantic love with objects, deriving comfort and fulfillment from these relationships. Research is limited, but it suggests objectophilia may stem from factors like trauma, autism, or simply a unique expression of sexuality. It is written that judging these relationships without understanding their individual context is not conducive to mental well-being. I mean, if someone I cared deeply ever told me that he or she was going to marry a tree, I would likely have a serious talk with that person and suggest seeing and talking to someone else that is educated in the human psyche. I'm just stating my opinion. With that said, Here are some examples of people with this phenomenon. Creepy people who have married objects. Erica Labrie married the Eiffel Tower. Aaron Chervenak married his smartphone. Pascal Selick married her own duvet. Amy Wolf married a roller coaster. Miravone Rocha Morais married a doll. Richard Torres married a tree. Carol Santa married a train station.
If you made it this far, I would like to express my appreciation. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you don't miss out on my next upload. Noelia signing off. Peace.